Hello, I'm Brian Leesman and I'm here to talk to you about three things today. First, I am part of a group called the Crusader Group, and I'm here to give you a little bit of a background on what our project entailed. Number two will be the conflict and the conflict management that happened within the group, and finally the communication techniques we used to be successful in our group. The project revolves around Crusader Hospital and the nursing home facility that is on the grounds there. What happened was a patient received or acquired access to the network, to the information technology network, and caused some damage. This led to the formation of our group with the understanding that we needed to bring these older sections of the hospital and surrounding buildings up to code with the new buildings that are currently on location. This code and structure revolved around bringing more security not only to the buildings but to the IT network itself. The group consists of three individuals: hospital administrator Kyle Goodchild, and IT network specialist Dean Henderson, and representing supply chain is myself. And so together we were tasked to start this project and bring it to a successful conclusion. My part involved planning and the acquisition of parts and materials so that the security and safety of our patients could be increased. It included coordinating with Kyle and Dean so that their input on what to buy and what steps to take and how to go about, how to best go about completing this task could come together, and then finally the managing of the project so that it was a success. Prior to starting this project, I did some reading in preparation about groups and conflict and communication. And the book that I read was called Communicating in Groups by Catherine Adams and Gloria Galanes, published by McGraw-Hill in 2015. And in that book they define conflict as an expressed struggle between two or more interdependent parties over incompatible goals and interference from the other party regarding that goal attainment. So knowing that not all conflict is bad, but we certainly don't want, as a group, we did not want this type of incompatible goals part of our structure. So the question then becomes, what kind of leadership will best suit this situation? We decided that there would be no designated leader, as we are all professionals and all had similar hopes for success in this project. This no designated leader doesn't mean that we're leaderless, but rather it's more of a group leadership situation. It is leadership by committee and with a lot of democratic thought backbone included. This group leadership has two premises. The first is that certain functions must be performed by the group to guarantee its success. And those functions are either task related, meaning you're getting things done or you're planning on things, it's an action based. And the second is that it's people related, and that part is making sure that communication is solid and that the group is in harmony and peace is kept so that it functions efficiently. The second premise is that, and this is the important part, is that all the group members have responsibility to make sure that those functions happen. Because all of the group members are, in essence, group leaders, they're all responsible to making sure that the tasks are set before us are accomplished. This is how the Crusader group decided to be successful with this project. And aside from discussions that we had, there was really no conflict at all. It did not exist. So the bottom line is that you need to trust in your team's ability, and that trust precludes conflict problems from ever happening. Communication. Our group started with the Baker College Blackboard group forum, and this is very similar to email, where you have one response and then you wait for your group mates to respond back, and if you're all on at the same time, it still progresses nicely. But if you then have to wait a couple hours until somebody gets off from work or whatever, then that bogs the system down greatly. So we morphed from the Blackboard forum provided by Baker to an email Baker point where we set up, where Kyle Goodchild set up a Google Doc. And on that Google Doc, of course, there are comment sections, and we responded to one another on the Google Doc. But again, like the Blackboard forum, if you're not on the Google Doc or you're not on the same page, those comments aren't seen immediately. So we then proceeded to set up instant messaging on all our phones and set up a group mode where all of our comments were immediately seen by all the rest of us, and that seemed to work very well, as decisions could be made, votes could be cast, every little thing, every little detail could be discussed instantly, and the system did not bog down, and we were able to complete not only successfully but on time. Thank you.